Welcome to Street. Welcome to Street Legend Nation.
Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's happening? I know
good?
y'all can't hear me, man. I actually dropped the ball. I had y'all all hearing me and looking at me and stuff, but y'all couldn't hear me and stuff of that nature. I got a special guest in the building. I definitely got a special guest in the building. You know what I'm saying? The one and the only. You know what I'm saying? The one and the only representing what they, you know, you can tell you ain't from Louisiana and you be like Nolans, because they don't even talk like that.
There you go.
They don't even talk like that. You heard me? They say that, though. You know what I'm saying? The most diverse pastor I ever met, the most versatile man I ever seen, the most appointed, because he anointed, leaving them haters disappointed, man I ever seen, the man that build bridges with no tools, the man that's beyond space. That's why he knows spaced out. Everybody else trying to be a star, he the sky. Hey, man, this the only man I know that own the city where the crime is low and ain't no homeless people. Literally. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
The man that I strive to be like. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make some noise for the one and only Mr. Randy Wells.
Glory to God. We're on a whole nother level. We got sound effects. We cashing checks and making sound effects. You heard me?
You heard me? You know how we rock. You know how we rocking, man. You know how we doing it. Man, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the Tone.
Well, I am so excited. Thank you, brother Cedric Bellamy, a.k.a. Legacy City, b.k.a.
No, don't do
Street
that.
Legend Nation Radio. Look, I am so honored to be in the 210, if you didn't know, San Antonio, Texas, at the headquarters of the
Hey.
Street Legend Nation Radio TV network, Street Legacy Nation. Listen, radio, podcast, they got it all. But we got a big, big international announcement. And I'm just gonna let these brothers flow. And when they're ready, I'm gonna go on and tell you what the big announcement
Yeah,
is.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
There you go.
hold
You're
on.
not gonna take off your jersey and your shoulder pads like
Uh-huh.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's behind the scenes for that. But you know what I'm saying? When you gotta, you know how I feel, when you gotta protect the white hope. You know what I'm saying? The great white hope.
There you go.
They're gonna make you look like you crazy. But
There
you
you
know, nobody ain't saying nothing about the video.
Announcement. And
Nobody
I'm
ain't
just gonna
saying
let
about the
these
video of that
brothers
man
flow.
talking to that boy crazy though. We ain't talking about that video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't
Yeah.
talking about that video.
We're not talking about your
Yeah.
boy cussing my man out on the sideline.
Exactly. When the doctors told that boy, hey, he can't play.
Well, they said there's three sides to every story. My side, your side, and the truth. You heard me? So, you know, you gotta. He who holds the pen controls the narrative.
Hey.
That's why you gotta tell your story.
And you know what they say? The winners write history, baby.
Yep.
The winners write history. So we in the building, man. What's up? Y'all know, I'm trying to be good. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me? See how we gonna turn this thing up? Nah, I got my pastor here, so I can't even be playing that type of music. I want everybody to be like, whoa, wait. You remember this song right here?
Give me one. Give
You
me one.
want one?
I want one.
Ooh.
I'm the #1 fan of Legacy City.
Let's see what we got. What we got?
Oh yeah.
Hey.
How y'all televise while telling
While
lies?
telling
I despise
lies.
all you spies. Rain from the skies are parallel to the tears in my eyes.
What up?
The energy towards my enemy should have been the same energy towards my family.
What else?
Y'all niggas be killing me,
What else?
silly me, celebrating my struggle. Get in front of the opposition and flex your muscle. Play victim when your muscle get pulled. Trying to nip away at my hustle, but I'm in shape. The marathon continue. I'm an acquired taste that can't be found on the menu. Menu need to start being more alpha male instead of betas. Convert low self-esteem into motivators. My complex is a complex. Confidence dripping beyond them. I took back lashes while the lashes on my back. Ensure that my child don't have to go through that.
Hey. Hey, what up? Shouts out to everybody that's tuning in.
And the whole time my hands were tied up.
And the whole time,
Yeah, the whole time.
big announcement coming, guys.
hands were tied up.
Can't be around acting like a friend to me while wearing the same cloth as my enemy. Hard to tell the difference. You look like you came
Prezi
from the
my
same
show.
tribe. Speaking the same language, telling the same lies.
Whoa.
See, all the betrayal and pettiness couldn't make me care. I've been hurt worse. Try coming from a family that didn't want me here. Samson's enemies thought because they had him tied up, they had him figured out.
Y'all
Not
make sure y'all
realizing once
share.
he
We
found
got
his
this
inner
big
self, the
announcement.
real storm will come about. You think I didn't realize your real lies walking around like everything you did to me was still fly? No more being down on myself because my hands were tied. I see now that my hands being tied had nothing to do with the power of my mind.
What else?
I'm a danger to you because you were hoping that I stay in a place of being quiet and meek. You thought me being meek equated to me being weak. What made me weak is I cared too much, except that things kept my inner beast on a hush. I move quiet so no one knows what's going on. But trust and believe my time is now, guaranteeing my word is gone.
This your verse?
It's my verse. It's my verse.
Hey, shouts out to Columbus, Georgia. My big brother Smooth is in the building. Drill Harris, I see you. Smooth. Good Shay, I see you. Samar Set Apart, I see you. Marissa, I hear you.
Spotify, iTunes.
Hey,
Pick it up. Don't sleep on it.
hey.
They love you for the moment, next minute they gone. The first time you say no, they be acting like you did them wrong. Go along, get along, I don't belong. I done did it for the city, left my print in the tone. Built my throne, it's a must I take it back home. Cement blocks, they replace the shoes. But I'm focused on the motion of the ocean and I refuse to lose. It's awkward, man, trying to be awkward, man, when the rope wrapped around your hand. As my wheels keep spinning, I'm still venting, cause I'm still winning. She hypocrite because she like the way the 22's
But
spinning.
she's still
She believe in
sinning.
the love, but yet it's still she's sinning. How people talking about they your mama, but embracing drama when they trying to kill the shine on your son. You know what I'm talking about. Don't let your soul be symbolic for some shit that we don't give a fuck about. I done did all my chores. Queen Sheena on the chorus, but what is yours?
City.
That's it. City. There it is.
City. Hey, man, y'all know what time it is, man. I got Mr. Randy Wells in the building. Of course, my co-host, he's supposed to be like, yo, I'm John, applause. Manager, you know, he didn't do that. He just let me introduce the guest. He didn't even say his name. He's like, he do. Let me out there hanging. Mississippi. God damn.
There it is.
You know what's going on? Y'all know who it is,
Hey,
Mr.
I'm good,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Award winning, plaque grabbing. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up,
Big stepper.
There
You
it
know what I'm
is.
saying?
Stepping in the name of love.
You know, signing the front of the checks. You know what I'm saying? Taking your little artists from the demos to the limo.
There you go.
know what I'm saying? Show them the art to reach the charts. You know what I'm saying? The one and only John P. Baker.
Man,
Make some
what's
noise.
up, man. Thanks for the introduction.
Hold on, I gotta get these buttons right. You can tell I've been out of there a long time. There we go. There
I
we go.
appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. Man, you back in the tone.
Yes, sir.
You back in the tone.
It's always good to see you, man.
Yeah, they know you as Randy Man down here.
It's all good.
Yeah,
man.
they be like Randy Man.
That's my government name. That's
Randy
what's
Man.
on my birth
Yeah, Randy Man. You know, say his name 5 times. You know what I'm saying?
He appears.
You know what I'm saying? Just like that. So, guys, as y'all can see, when we dive in, all you want to do the honors. Y'all see these limited edition 1-for-1 Street Legend Chucks with the signature on there? Look at this.
She don't want nothing. She don't want nothing.
Yeah, you know.
She don't want nothing.
Why you calling me? You come back to the streets. Nah, man, we in the building, but I really, really want to say thank you, man. And this expedition we about to go upon, man, is I thought it was just for the thing, but you like we gotta take this thing, we gotta stretch it out.
Yeah, we do.
So I'm gonna do the honors, I guess. Guys, we are starting the Global Kicks for Kids. We're gonna start off with the basketball camp in the Bahamas. What y'all seen, the people that donated the first time to help us get this thing started. My boy Jason Wynn, Pamela or Alamap, Zetramon Show, Will Flux. I gotta go through my list. It's a lot of y'all. That the first 10. Who else? Marissa as well. That's my big sister, the CEO of Putaway Cancer as well. It was just so many of y'all. What I'm gonna do for everybody that donated though, I got a tag coming. Each tag on there got Street Legend on the front, then it got the Street Legend Nation TV logo on there. And we're gonna have your name on each one to let everybody know that you was part to help kick this thing off the ground. So that's how I'm honoring the people, the Street Legend community, you know what I'm saying? That bless the kids, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, the sacrifice is real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sacrifice is real, man.
So I just want to thank you because you're such a great visionary. And yes, sir. Yes, sir. We started building bridges to the Bahamas 2.5 years ago. I have been visiting Freeport, Bahamas since 2016. I left there after Hurricane Matthew, came back 2017, 2019, and then finally they said, well, God is giving you a heart for our people, for the Bahamians. And said, well, how can we continue this partnership? So they charged me with starting a radio show. So I'm not a singer, I'm not a rapper, I'm not a production guy. But if God is the creator, then we can become creative. So I just listened to the voice of God. We're going 2.5 years strong. This July it'll be the beginning of our 3rd year. But every time I go to Bahamas, I want to go to the places where the people are. I know they try to get me to the resorts. I know they try to get me to the infinity pools where the water from the ocean is flowing into the swimming pool. But that's not what I'm about. God didn't die for a building. He didn't die for a budget. He died for people.
That's a light flex, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
know what
so-
I'm saying? It's a light flex,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
So the first time I get off the plane in Miami, they lose my luggage. So my concierge, brother Derek Stubbs, who's the announcer for the 103.7, the gospel station of the Grand Bahamas, he's driving me to the resort, and I see some kids playing basketball and drizzling rain, and he says, well, we need to get you to Hotel Mon. We have some dignitaries that need to meet with you. They're waiting for you. I say, pull a call. I want a ball for a second. He's like, no, man, it's dangerous out here. You need to roll up the glass, man. I'm like, man, I'm from New Orleans. I'm from the murder capital where they murder for capital. You heard me?
Boy, we murder happy.
Yeah, so we invented murder. No, Cain and Abel did that. But anyway, so he pulls over. I play a little ball. I have a Blend College jersey on. I give it to the kids. They going crazy. So I was just back there in August. So we went to this community called Pinedale. So these little guys, they sitting. There's no basketball. There's no anything. So I tell my team, get the basketball, get the stuff. So we start playing around the world. So, of course, you know, I'm calling games. So I drop it on them. So I ask them what they want. They say, well, we need another goal because half our goal is torn down. And we love to have some tennis shoes. So, again, God works in partnership. He works in the body with different members with one body. So to make the long story less long, I call my man, Cedric Bellamy. He's about to launch his tennis shoe line. I said, I want Street Legend Nation Radio to be the official basketball shoe of Freeport, Bahamas. So this summer, July 15th through July 23rd, we're going to have the first annual Building Bridges to the Bahamas and Beyond Radio broadcast basketball camp.
Wow, that's dope. That's dope.
That's real dope.
Kids will be wearing these brand new black kicks with the tell me about the design
So
of the shoe.
the Essence Hurrow, that's the brand, the company that I'm with, right? My partnership company. But you see the Street Legend logo on the back. And so a lot of the athletes, they like the built-in socks inside the shoe. And then we got, I'm a Vince Carter fan. Vince Carter fan. So I had to do the shocks in there as well. Then, it's the new year, so the 22s are right there, right? If you can tell to the details.
I see it.
know
I
what I'm
see
saying?
it. Come on. I didn't catch that at first. I was sleeping. You heard me? Yeah, I got it. Pulling up at 222 on 222. You heard me?
Can't have my room number, but it's 222.
Yeah.
But no, then, it's very light. You know what I'm saying? When you talking about sports, it's very light. The shoe is very light, shock resistance and stuff of that nature. So it's a lot. So, anybody that followed me in the beginning, I launched my shoe company actually in 2014. You know what I'm saying? But I had to cut the middleman out. You know what I'm saying? I'm selling like shoes. I sold like 10 pairs. So the shoes were selling like at $180 a piece. Italian leather shoes. And I'm getting $35 out per shoe.
Wow.
I'm like, you know what? Boy, y'all gonna make me Spartacus over here. Anybody know about Spartacus? In the Romans, in Italy, they all like, you know what, fine. So, I went and did the research and learned how to get the materials right and everything of that nature to a T. So I just wanted to be original for no models of anything else.
Amen.
And just everything original. So me being a ball player at one time, you know what I'm saying? Me being a ball player, that's my bro. I still got a couple of y'all ankles in my boat.
There you go. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When they said don't go chase a waterfall, they was talking about me.
There you go.
Wet.
That jumper wet.
You know what I'm saying? I can dunk. You know what I'm saying?
come
That was back in the day. I got my VA stuff. Now my back bad, my knee hurt, my legs.
Yeah, you don't want them to cut you off. You don't want them to cut you off.
They be looking. I sneeze wrong. My nose bleeds. So listen. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Repair gas, my back hurt, my lower lumbar it vibrates and shouldn't do that, VA. But now back to the shoes, and of course just a little splash on there. You know what I'm saying? Represent the Army, the military. You see the fatigues on there. You feel me on there? And so, you know, that's pretty much just how we do it. That's the whole, you got to know your product. You know what I'm saying? You can jump up and down. Uncle John wear his with everything.
Yeah.
3-piece suit and these. I'm like, bro, that don't match.
That's how I'm gonna be rocking.
you can't.
But I need to hear from John P. Baker. But before I do, I had to bring a little PE with me. Can I hit a little PE?
Go ahead.
I like Nike, but wait a minute. The neighborhood support, so put some money in it. We gonna shut them down. Shut them down. Street Legend Nation Radio, shut them down. Look, you get a pair of Nikes in a Mexican sweatshop and take about $12 to make them, and they hitting you over Kyrie's for $254.
Facts.
Listen, I say everything because I've lived it. I remember when guys would buy $100 tennis shoes and they would say, don't make me turn this robbery into a homicide. And if they wouldn't give up the shoes, you go to New Orleans and you see tennis shoes hanging all across the telephone line. Because that's for everybody who didn't want to give up the shoes, so they wound up giving up their life and the shoes.
Yeah.
And after that, they didn't even want the shoes with the blood on them. They just threw them across. So, Bahamas, listen, my man AJ Jean and his whole crew in Pinedale Church of God and Prophecy. Listen, you have pastors here with integrity. You have Reverend Wells. You have the little Bishop Byron Carter. He's going to pull up because, you know, he's always fashionably on time.
Oh, okay.
About 3 people got that one. He's always fashionably on
He
time.
better be fly when he walk in.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, he better levitate across.
Yeah. But when you write the checks, you can come when you want to come. You heard?
I guess.
Hey.
It's
Well,
very.
that's for some. My time is precious. I can't speak for. He's speaking for them too.
But look, you see Robert Kraft, you see the man who owned the Cowboys, but you very rarely see an owner because they ain't trying to get no shine.
You're fact.
So, but I told John P. with Applause Management, I was teasing him because it's not true about him. I'm saying he on that Suge Knight kick, all up in the video. All of it. So go on, talk to him, Uncle P. Talk to him, Uncle P.
Hey, listen, man. Randy, thank you for supporting Street Legend Nation. Not only Street Legend Nation, but Applause Management and what it brings to the music industry. We just appreciate the platform. I remember you telling me, man, this your platform. I was like, huh? But man, listen, it's an honor, and favor ain't fair.
Hallelujah.
Randy, the reason why I don't got no team.
He don't have a team, but he got studios on top of studios. A little bit, and I had them put shrimp in my baby bottle, so I don't really do cow. They be doing medium rare. I'm like, why don't you just go bite the cow behind if you wanted that raw? But this is the deal.
No, I'm only joking.
They say good Texas brisket. You gotta have a little bit of fat on it, but you don't want to eat all fat.
True.
So sometimes you have to trim the fat off your squad so that you can get to the quality meat. You heard me?
True.
So,
he ain't talking to vegans. Y'all mind y'all business.
Yeah, vegans, mind your business.
Man, you just like, you definitely inspirational. You know, you come down here for something else, man. And you see him with some of everybody. Man, the Joker, he'll take a picture with a no name. The next thing you know, you got the first round draft pick on. I'm like, this Joker be moving. Like, what in the heaven gates? What are you doing?
For me, again, I say it's all about people. Some people in it for the fame. And again, Jesus is the bright morning star. Now, he don't share the marquee with anybody.
Fact.
I say it and people think it's just a hook line. But I want to be so anonymous, in particular where I'm in life. I have more days behind me than I have in front of me. So
Yes,
for
sir.
me, that's why I love your name and your brand so much. Legacy. Y'all don't hear that? Legacy. Because a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children.
Yeah, facts.
I'm doing some Black History stuff in Burnham right now, and some of the most iconic civil rights figures in Burnham has passed in 2021. I'm doing a forum with 8 African American under 40 business people February the 4th, and the whole title of the deal is "We Got Next." Because
I gotta get on that. Look, I'm like, I gotta get on that.
So I have people on jewelry company, ladies selling $1 million houses.
Wow.
Guy who own the healthcare industry. Guy who's behind the scene in ranching and cattle, and all these young black folks. The challenge with them has been that they can't get a space in Brenham. So the old folk crying, oh, y'all go to high school and y'all go to college and y'all never come back. Come back for what? To work at a plant making $10 an hour?
Facts.
So these folk making 6 figures easy.
Mm-hmm.
On bakeries, on all kind of stuff. So I'm giving them a forum to be able to say, look, y'all, if you don't want our situation gentrified and us to be pushed out of here, you got to decide whether or not you're going to call me some space. Because the bottom line is that I ain't begging for nothing.
Yeah.
Some of these folks, their grandparents got 40 acres of mule, like literally civil rights and what was supposed to be the deal. So they got land there.
Yeah.
They're not asking for bank loans. They're already liquid.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to be put in a space where I can be here. And if you say this is a great place, because they say it's a great place where I was raised here, appreciate the small town country values, but I can't buy a $280,000 house making $30,000 a year.
Facts.
So we're going to be talking about generational wealth and being able to deal with blackonomics. And what blackonomics is how do we begin to not make it be about whether or not you're Negro or Latino, because in the business world, I always tell people, I spend money all over the world, and when people try to act funny and they act like they don't want to seat me like we're in the 60s or they don't want to clean my room, I always drop this nugget on them. I say, you may not respect my black, but you're going to respect my green.
Facts.
So guess what? When I decide to not go to the Marriott Fairfield and I go to Hilton instead, and you say, well, Mr. Wells, you've been patronizing us for 12 years. Yeah, because y'all handle your business regularly.
Yeah.
And guess what? You missing them checks now, huh?
Yeah.
So
Facts.
I think that...
Are we boycotting the Marriott?
Hey, well, the Marriott treated me right. I was in Houston last night,
Well,
and they took me right.
I attack a company in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I be get my Malcolm X on.
And that's what I say to my folk. Another reason why I really am knitted to Brother Cedric Bellamy is that a lot of people run from brothers like this because sometimes he might cuss, sometimes he might use some language, but that's why he's called street legend. He's a combination of the street plus religion and faith in God. So he has an audience that Jesus spoke in parables. He talked to fishermen about fishing, farmers about seeds. So when he uses language, he has a segment of people that connects to that. Mm-hmm. I know that some of my white corporate folk may not connect to that. I know some of my other people may not connect to that. But I'm not going to slap a muzzle on that, man. It's this man platform.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely respect that. I try, but, out of respect, because, I'm a PK kid, too. Yeah. And I keep my mama on a fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She be praying, boy.
Her knees, I bet you she got holes in all of them.
But look, she try to laugh it off at me sometimes. Or sometimes she just hang up on me.
Yeah.
It just depends on how bad I get. Yeah. But it just, I can articulate well. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it just like, that's the whole purpose of me having the street legend thing, because they made a law that said we can't have locks. Mm-hmm. You can't go on a job interview with locks. Mm-hmm. They got corporations that, they like the black women on TikTok, but they hate when the whites go TikTok. Mm-hmm. That mean they're getting your money, you know what I'm saying, corporate-wise. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So here, we demonstrate all that. We got black women that's in charge of things, whether it's from the media to the radio station, you know what I'm saying, to authors and different things of that nature. We're making bosses. You're not a boss until... You're only a student when you learn to take a seat, according to my boy Curtis. You know what I'm saying? And so the whole point is, this is the blueprint. School is what, 4 years?
That's right.
College is 4 years. By your junior year, you should be hitting your stride. And that's how we try to do it here as well. But I do understand I have a different audience. I do understand, like, I see people where they hitting the blunt and asking Jesus how they're going to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? And I seen the person that don't drink, don't smoke. You're an excellent pastor, but you suck as a father.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Your first ministry messed up, even though your church booming.
You better preach.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't seen all that. I didn't seen where people praying for deliverance, then they get the crack delivered. I done seen it. We didn't live through it. Me and my brother, we been through shootouts. We done been through all that. You know what I'm saying? And then be in church like nothing happened.
Yes.
They asked me why I don't go to the club. I'm like, I'm gonna see the same girls on the praise team tomorrow.
There you go.
Save my money. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see them praise
There you
team
go.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm straight. They're gonna do the same moves, just clean it up a little bit.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Put your hands up every now and
You know
then.
what I'm saying?
Hallelujah.
You know, you feel that every now and then. Then they had audacity to talk about rain down on me. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of rare you want. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But no, look,
yeah.
they be like, you know what, Mr. Wells?
Yeah.
But no, I'm just being honest. These are the horrible truth that people don't like. And a lot of times what I realize when churches and people higher up are coming at me, right? They're not coming at me. They're coming at the freedom of me, which means you wish Church of God in Christ and have you acting like this.
Yes.
You wish the Baptist church and have you acting like that. You wish you could say, I'm not doing that, regardless of what moral compass or what. And I understand. And this is the thing about it. I was that soldier in the military where I knew the regulations, right?
Yes, sir.
I knew them.
Yes, sir.
And I knew how to say them and how close to play the line before I got in trouble. The same way people think I don't know scripture until they get in the ring. They started boxing with the boy. Then it's like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, stupid. You should save your anointing for Sunday. Don't come in this arena. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, like we from the trenches. You know why I like outreach?
Why is that?
Because ain't nobody in church gonna tell you how to outreach. Because
That's
everybody's safe in the four walls.
That's right.
You ain't gonna tell me how to talk to them. You gonna just get them in here.
Yes.
I don't want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why outreach is my strong point. That's why I'm in the streets. That's why I'm in the community. You know, I'm where the churches don't go.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, it's the freedom. It's the freedom to say whatever you want to. However, I know how to turn it off and on when it's time.
Yes, sir.
Since it ain't never time, you know.
And I think that there's a difference between being racist and being race conscious.
Of course.
I wear my blackness with pride. I am the darker brother. And the bottom line is that I don't switch up for ain't no switch up in my vertebrae.
Facts.
But the other thing I know is that ultimately there's one main race, and that's the human race. And other people have been just as oppressed as we've been oppressed. I'm going to say something wrong for some people. It's just talking for me. Because when we get down to the root of it, a lot of times we want to talk surface level. We talk about dive deep now in workshops and TED Talks. The only place we're not prejudiced is in the bedroom. Because if we were as prejudiced as we said we were, why there's so many biracial children? So when you get into a kid that's multiracial, multi-ethnic, you talk about the young lady Osaka, who's the new Serena Williams. Her daddy's black as me. But you know they don't want to see Richard Williams. They don't want to see King Richard. They don't want to see...
Exactly.
But so she's got to represent the Japanese part of her ethnicity, but she can't represent the black part of it. So that's what creates poor mental illness and conflict in people when you deal with the fact that if I'm in the Navy and I go to Okinawa, Japan, and ain't no sisters there because sisters weren't in the military back in the 70s and 80s like they are now. So who you think the only women they got to get with? So you got black Japanese and Chinese people. They had a guy, he was like you. His name is Stephon Marbury. He was from Brooklyn, New York. They blackballed him in the NBA. He did the opposite of what Michael Jordan did. Michael Jordan selling $100, $200 tennis shoes, got kids killing themselves for it. He said, I refuse to sell a pair of tennis shoes for less than $20. He has spent his last 20 years playing in China. He's a legend. They got statues of him.
of Starberry.
So,
Come out of Georgia Tech.
there you go. And what about Afro-Latinos? There's always been a synergy between black Cubans and y'all let Fat Joe curse. Fat Joe be throwing around the N-word more than me. But the reason why is he's an Afro-Latino. So we try to make it this monolithic thing, and that's why Gen Zs and post-millennials, they ain't feeling that denominational stuff. They ain't feeling that racial stuff. Because how you gonna tell me that You so pro-black, and you ain't been with a black woman since your mama had you.
And people, and this is the thing about that, and people get offended, and I really don't care, you know what I'm saying? But when I say, you know, it ain't nothing against somebody that dating outside they race. Love who you love, but you can't speak for me. You know what I'm saying? And in my position and where I stand, right, I can't be saying black women beautiful, 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 and I bring Becky along. I'm confusing my daughter. Now I'm confusing my daughter. That's just me. So when it comes to that, I stand on that. That's just me. I can't speak for nobody else, but I can't say I'm a pro-black leader or, well, I never said I was a pro-black leader. I just kind of got thrown in there. But the point is, it's like you can't say that and then confuse the culture behind you. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody with come along with power, position, is influence. You get the position, the power comes, then you influence. So if you saying like a powerful person saying this, and that, you know what I'm saying, and then they got, you know, Becky on her arm, and you got black daughters. You see what I'm saying? So, and then it's a double standards in it in the mix of it. I just feel like when it comes to the culture of being black and our money, you know, we at $1.3 trillion. We lead the United States in spending. $1.3 trillion, and we don't own nothing. We don't have nothing. How you $1.3 trillion in the lead with no voice? You see what I'm saying? And so the problem, one thing, black people are too forgiving. Because I know if Tasha would have killed, you know, Ken in the wrong apartment, the judge wouldn't have heard Tasha. The mom wouldn't get them a Bible. You see what I'm saying? So these different things that we're too forgiving. We want to be so inclusive. No, we don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Let's bring up. Like I'm like F that. I'm not. Nah. This is for us by us. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do understand just because I'm black owned doesn't mean I'm black only.
Yeah.
People gotta understand the difference.
Again.
You know what I'm
Say
saying?
that
Because I'm black owned doesn't mean I'm black only.
Now let's do this because most people make this a debate and
go ahead.
difference of opinions and old school against new school. But the problem with schools today is that school was never designed to teach people what to think. It's to be able to teach them how to think. And now we have very few independent thinkers. They're just saying what Jay said. They're just saying what's on the teleprompter. So going back to the conversation about blackonomics and also interracial dating, let me share two things real quick. When I deal with those black owners who are not black only, what they say is that 90% of their business and profits come from people that don't even look like them. So we kick this pro-black thing when your young lady put her book out. She don't even know, but I jumped on Amazon and bought the ebook, and then she come in and slap me today and don't even know that I have her own book. I could have said, man, as many connections as I have, why would I do a tennis shoe with this brother? So, number one, a lot of times we talk that talk until it's time to put up our time, our treasure, and our the inundated amount of hours these ladies put in because they believe in your vision. I mean, there are times they leave their paying job to be here with you. There are times when, you know, we can go in. We go in and like, man, my own man don't even talk to me. So again, we don't understand that sometimes it's the other man who will help you quicker than the brother man. You could have a brother man that got 3 empty buildings all around San Antonio. And you say, man, all I need is space. I got the equipment. I can pay the light bill. I can pay the tax if you want. Nah, y'all gonna be in there with that cussing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So there's got to always be a balance. And then the last thing, connecting back to interracial relationships, because my wife is African American, I love her. This year will make 30 years in marriage. I met her in August of 1982. Listen, she done bought all my bread, catch up on my French fries, sugar on my Kool-Aid, baby mama with no drama, wife for life, you heard me? My good thing, you know, my ribs. So listen, love is not a color. Love is a spirit. And we said God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. And we said that God is love. So I can't choose for nobody. And would I rather have you have a black wife that's gonna dog you out, talk to you crazy, don't support you, spit on your dream, or would I rather you have somebody who's gonna be there and that's gonna hold you down?
You rather have somebody hold me down, but if I had a wife that was like that, my big sister would tear her or call me, y'all make me go there.
Yeah.
My sister would beat you.
But everybody don't have a sister like that.
They can hire my sister.
There you go.
But no, I get that. That's why I said I don't care who you date. Like, I don't care. One of my biggest supporters, they're interracial, right?
Yeah.
You know, black girl, white guy, right? And they're a battle buddy of mine. But my problem comes when you down your race as an excuse to go out. That's my
There you
only
go.
issue.
There you go.
Everything else, I don't care.
There you go.
You can have an avatar. I can care less.
To say there's
You
no
know-
good black women out there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And black women, all they want to do is argue and fuss. I know Latino, Hispanic, and Mexican women. They'll fight you and fuss with you more than the black women.
Razor
will.
blade
And
joke.
cut
So,
you.
so a lot of times we will make excuses for other people, but then justify the behavior on another end. So I'm just excited that we can get this gospel to the world. And Scripture says, "Let us not love in mere words, but in deeds and in action." Good brother Master P said, "We bowed it, you bowed it. And all that really means is that I'm not one for sitting around philosophizing, pontificating,
Exactly. I'm with
speaking
it.
didactically. We can sit down and rap, but the bottom line is that after we finish talking, what we gonna do?
Exactly.
And that's
exactly.
what has been a problem with so many of our elders that preceded us. And my question is, when you're dealing with multi-generational stuff, you have some of the old folk, all they want to talk about is segregation, and we owned our own hotels and our own restaurant, and those were the good days. But then we got young people, all they want to do is this. They ain't about no movement, they about a moment. They just want to go down and take a picture with Al Sharpton and be like, you see me, you see
Yeah,
me?
exactly.
And now it's time to pick up the sword and go to work, and they don't want to cut
They don't
hair.
want to do that because they got sleep paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
That mean they woke. They can hear what's going on, but they can't move.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing. You just woke. And watching and hearing everything going around. That's what, when you got sleep paralysis,
Mm-hmm.
you're aware of what's going on, but you can't move. And a lot of people like that. And so that's why I was just on another show and I made that comment, like, that's why I am the way I am.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not my mom, I'm not my granddad, and them. You're not finna handle us like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do understand the war is bigger than my hands. I do understand the war is bigger than this. That's why I try to push ownership on everybody, because
Yes, sir.
once you start making a culture, economic culture move, people listen.
That's right.
People was mad. Even I was one, but I got wiser. I was mad at Obama for, he's speaking on the LGB and taking up for them, and then we got this going on, black killing. But I had to understand, them checks make you move different.
Yeah.
That community got unity, regardless of what people say, however you feel about them.
they'll shut
They
it
got
down.
unity.
That's right.
They know how to move. They're structured, and they got the money to back it up. You gonna listen to us?
But what
You know what I'm
makes us different, and you being a PK, being spiritual, you can't kill me because I'm already dead. I'm dead and my life is hid in Christ. When I'm walking through the Calio Project and 36 people murdered in 1 year, and the murder rate is 451 people, I'm in the murder capital where they murder for capital. Ain't nothing you can't sit me. I sit in $100 million boardrooms. And what you gonna tell me that's gonna scare me?
Facts.
I sit with judges and police chiefs. What you gonna say that's gonna scare me? Because what profits a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? So watch this. You talked about global kicks for kicks. Can I remix it?
Go ahead.
We got souls for souls, you heard me? Because what this is about, I went down to the Bahamas. I was patronizing a young man. He does grilling down in the area called Pinedale. Bubba on the square. Y'all hear me say it all the time. If you ain't been to the square, you ain't been nowhere. So me and my partners there, we got some T-shirts we want to give away because I'm a giver.
Yeah.
The only thing that activates receiving is giving.
Fact.
Luke 6:38 says, "Give and it shall be given unto you." We curse poor people because we teach them how to beg. And giving is not always. They'll tell you, these ladies, every time I come here, I leave sowing some kind of seed. Man, I left down here, I almost had I had to buy a whole new closet. Man, I had hoods and hats and shoes. So my deal is that, why would I not spend it with you, but go spend it in the mall? So in saying all of that, the bottom line spiritually is, I called my partner. I said, man, go get them shirts out the car. There's like 7 little kids. And I said, go give them T-shirts. Do you believe when we gave those kids them T-shirts, you thought we gave them new scooters or something else? Mm-hmm. The next morning, we at church for 9 o'clock in Pinedale Church of God and Prophecy. They taking up a whole row wearing their shirts.
My God.
These little young men who had never attended that church before, just because of a T-shirt, they're at church 2 and 3 times a month. So to me, this is only a physical manifestation of God's love through you. You designed them, you created them, it was your vision, and I could tell you was a small forward or shooting guard. I'm a point guard. So part of what happened is that you done got the rebound and you done passed me the ball, so now I got to go down and make a play.
Yeah.
So we going all the way across the water, all the way to Freeport, Bahamas, to be able to bless some kids. And then you always have people like, well, what about the kids in Brenham? And what about the kids in San Antonio? I don't even respond to haters. Because you be peeking, but you don't be speaking. If you see my pedigree and you see my post, I let my work speak for me. I ain't sitting up here trying to argue with you.
Man, it's crazy that and when we talk about ministry and different things in nature, you now you gonna make me bring out I gotta take my hat off now. You make me get to preaching in here. Hold on, I gotta take out my preacher.
There you go. Come on, give it to us.
Well.
Give it to us. Give me a little hoop.
No, I'm not that type of preacher on a lot of people.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm more like a Pastor Troy. You know Pastor Troy?
I know Pastor
We
Troy.
ready. Down South Georgia boys, we in the building.
Yeah.
Look at my ponytail. Excuse me. Show my face. When it comes to like ministry, I know my position. Not only just with ministry, but I know what tool I am. And being that I know what tool I am, I know how to use that tool. You see what I'm saying? So in other words, when you ask, it's like, okay, I'm a thinker, I'm a problem solver. Maybe my job ain't to save their soul. Maybe my job is to keep the pistol out their mouth.
Yep.
Maybe my job is to like, hey, keep your legs closed. You don't gotta sell your body for studio time. And I let the Randys and the John P. Bakers and bishops and reverends do the rest once they, because maybe that's, they probably did something, God showed them something else through me, and I go about my business. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of the times, if I was to be a calling, I would just be a minister, because I understand a minister is just a servant. So that's what I do. I know my job. I know what tool I am. I know how to use that tool. You know what I'm saying? So I may not be out here preaching Jesus walked, Jesus wept. He met her at the well. He did this, he did that. He
putting it together. Come on, you doing all right.
I'm doing all right.
You doing all right.
With that being said, for the shoes, the cash out for offering is.
There you go.
But seriously, you got to understand who you are. Because some things, like I told you, I'm like, when I say, like, we have the press call, I'm like, I ain't do it for all that. I was like, I just did it because you asked me that the kids. But I understand what tool I am. So when it's asked, and like I said, man, how I'm going to make this happen, I called about it. He said, just do this. And immediately within the hour, people donated. And within that same hour, I just hit the Paris payment button. The shoes came out. I was just like, wow, they got here pretty fast. So just imagine if I was disobedient and just took the money back. You know what I'm saying, or whatnot, and things of that nature. And you just got to know who you are, not only who you are, but what you are. How, I'm the Allen Iverson of this thing.
Yes, sir.
That means I'm a culture shifter. I can show you that the GOAT do bleed. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, when Allen Iverson shook Jordan, everybody tried to dunk on him. Everybody tried to block shots. It changed the culture of how you look at the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what the type of tool I am, and that's how I walk it. And I walk in that, as well as the spirit of excellence, because I don't do raggedy.
That's right. Amen.
I don't do raggedy. You know what I'm saying? So I represent your brand as if it's mine. So if this is gonna be in his hands, I want just like it's mine. If it's as he's speaking, you know what I'm saying? Amen. So I just want to make sure, and this want to happen without the community. And I appreciate you guys as well for believing in, my movement and the whole Street Legion movement to help these kids. And shoot, who knows? Now that they went from a T-shirt to shoes, they may build their own church.
So let me ask you this question: what happens if 100 people want to donate 100 pair of shoes for the camp in July?
What's the neighborhood you from?
It's called Pinedale.
Pinedale. Every kid in Pinedale gonna have some shoes then.
The bottom line is that this is how I operate, and this is how great CEOs and people of faith operate.
Mm-hmm.
If you can afford it, then God ain't in it.
Mm-hmm.
If you can do it without God's help, then God ain't in it. So I never limit myself based upon a budget and my personal resources.
Mm-hmm.
Because bottom line, God, if this is of you, you're going to make it happen.
Make
So
it
I'm
happen.
not afraid to ask for 100 pair of tennis shoes or 1,000 pair of tennis shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we start off with what we have. We have about 8 to 10 pairs right now.
Mm-hmm.
Then, I'll drop you some more money and we get 8 to 10 pairs. Because the challenge many times is not getting the product. It's the cost and amount of time it takes to ship it all the way to Freeport, Bahamas. When I wrote my first book and I shipped it to a lady she's an administrator with Dub 103.7, it was 3 months before she got the book. So, again, we're not trying to do all that. God is the creator, so he makes us creative. I may have to go down to Miami and bring it to Miami, and then it's shipped from Miami to Freeport and get there a lot quicker. But the bottom line is that I want us to be able to be a blessing, because the ripple effect is that, trust me, when I get back to Burnham and I start wearing these, because I don't follow trends, I set trends.
Mm.
I'll say that again. I don't understand how people think that they changing the game, and you got the same Sean John shirt on,
Facts.
and the same flip-flop Bally's
Facts.
from Rubenstein Brothers, and the same grill.
Facts.
Man, you ain't changing the game. You just easy to profile for the popo. Because all y'all look like the starter kit for a dope dealer. So the bottom line is that clothes don't make me look good. I make clothes look good.
Facts.
I'm going to try that again. Clothes don't make me look good. I make clothes look good. I know women who shop and find bargains in thrift stores and look better than women who shopping in Saks and Macy's and Lord & Taylor. So it's not what the clothes do for you, it's what you do for the clothes. And the bottom line is that if your spirit is right, your spirit is going to attract the people who need to be. When you out there and you look like you just left Magic City and your thong showing, and you wonder why he licking out his tongue like a lizard, and all the little freaks will be trying to get in your DM and stuff, you are what you attract. So again, I sit in $1 million rooms because that's how I flow.
Yeah.
That's how I flow. And again, with intellectual properties, you may not have it in the bank, but you have it in your head. So last nugget and I'm done. When you don't know your value, people can always play you cheap. I've been dating my wife since 1982. And one day I asked that woman, did she want to go to McDonald's? And she looked at me like I was crazy. Not that there's nothing wrong with McDonald's, and not that McDonald's, whatever y'all like, the McFlurry or whatever you like. But it's like, come on, that's not my standard. That's not my standard. When you met me, that wasn't my standard. So that doesn't mean that you gotta always pay $100, $200 for a meal, but you gotta always honor people. The Bible says, give honor to whom honor is due. I honor you as like you are apostle, bishop, evangelist, super pastor, because we think we only honor people sitting in the big chair who name on a marquee out in front of the church. But there are people who do dynamic things behind the scenes. This deal about this press conference, the only reason why I do stuff like this, the only reason why you'll be on the front cover of our newspaper in the deal again, is because this is what people complain about. Man, I don't even watch the news because all they talk about is who got killed last night and what politician went to jail. The definition of the gospel is the good news. And you tell me who down near 1400 West Avenue is doing as much good stuff for people as Cedric Bellamy and John P. Baker. So we have to shut the devil down, because if we continue to let him publish the bad news and we silent, like we don't have freedom of speech,
Facts.
then it's our fault. Like I said before, we ain't Flip Wilson. The devil ain't make us do it.
Yeah.
We doing it.
Yeah.
God's going to charge us when we get to heaven and send us straight back down to Hades. We're going to catch the elevator down for something I call spiritual neglect.
Wow.
Because we're going to talk, God, I did this and I sang in the choir. He said, but what about the things you didn't do? When I told you don't be a lying preacher and get them little boys some tennis shoes to the Bahamas, he said, well, God, said it. No, You know how we get down.
Yeah, facts.
So we really have to be praying as spiritual people that I can't do what Mr. Bellamy does. I can't do what Lala Maria does. I can't do what John P. Baker does. God says stay in your lane and do what you do. And can't nobody beat Randy Wells being Randy Wells. Man, when his high-pitched, squeaky voice not come to the room and holler, Pastor, teacher, soul reacher. Everybody know that's that bald-headed black dude, Randy Wells. So the same thing you hate about yourself is the very thing God wants to use to get glory out of your life. So when we stop denying our own greatness, because he said, greater is he that's in me. You got some greatness in you. But you're so afraid. They said in the movie Coach Carter, it's our fears is not failure. It's that we are great beyond measure. So I just want to be a partner to challenge you to release the greatness in you. Radio show, I'm here. TV network, I'm here.
Yes, sir.
Clothing apparel, I'm here. And I didn't know this man from Adam. But guess what? That's why I want you to hold on to this thing where I said God is a spirit and love is a spirit. I didn't have to know you for God to knit our hearts together.
Facts.
Because he showed me you in the spirit. He said, that's a good brother with a good heart. There's a lot of madness with him, but there's a whole bunch of method to the madness. And because it ain't that he talking fast, it's that you listening slow.
Facts.
And you need to vet and do the research on the knowledge of what he's talking about. So a lot of times we have the tendency to want to judge the book by the cover, but we miss out on a lot of knowledge because the cover ain't glossy. Today's society, we prefer style over substance. That's why in our elected officials now, national level on down, if you look good and you can flip your hair, if you got a Brooks Brothers suit, can be dumb as a bag of rocks. But they looked the part. And we got to get to a point where we got to stop looking at the style, but we got to look at the substance. So I'm done. Brother, thank you for letting me
Of course.
pull up, come down to the 210.
No,
Brother
man.
John P. Baker,
You know,
gotta
Uncle,
say
we got
something.
to make Uncle
Man.
Jay talk. He's so quiet and
Yeah.
smooth.
Man, I just be soaking up all this knowledge, man. You know, hey, y'all the pros. But when it comes to my nephew, I call him my nephew, Legacy City, I appreciate him even thinking enough of me to say, hey, what you think about this? And we can have that conversation. And he go, man, you think so? Listen, nephew, you came to me. I'm here. And he did it. And he was like, he called me after it was over. Man, I can't believe they did it. I believe they did it. Because I said, they're going to do it because of who you are.
You are growing
Absolutely.
before our eyes. And eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. Look, watch this. I know this is bad for TV. Because some of them think we just stunting.
Hey. Oh, I got to show everybody that donated.
Pants.
Hey, everybody that donated.
Pants here.
Hey.
Pants here, you heard?
This is everybody that donated.
Pants here, you heard?
Hey, I was waiting on this part.
You gotta look.
I gotta get the other ones out there too. We got more. Hey, everybody that donated, man, y'all made this happen, man. We got racks on racks on racks. We ain't joking. Y'all did it.
Legacy City, Applause Management, and Building Bridges. We bought that life. Y'all know what it is.
Hey, I told y'all. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We did it. Y'all, your money didn't go in vain. I didn't take your money. Everything's going. This is for the kids in the Bahama basketball account. We got more on the way. You know what I'm saying? You got more on the way, so we're going to keep this thing rocking. I can't, but that's just crazy.
She don't want nothing. She don't want nothing. Tell her stop beeping me. You heard me? Yeah, we gonna drink champagne out of these. You heard me? We don't want a championship.
You know what I'm saying? There we go. Y'all see him? I'll take one out the bag as well. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Jay got his on his feet.
Man, look.
We ain't photoshopping. You heard me? We ain't out here with one pair of shoes acting like
Acting like who?
size 7.5, size 8.5, size. We go all the way up to size 14, you heard me?
Yeah.
I got a blend basketball player. He wears size 17. I just bought him some red shoes, but I'm going to have to holler at Shaq on him.
Yeah, you gotta go to Shaq.
But this is just the first shipment, y'all.
The other thing
This is what's called the prototype. And I'm telling you, if y'all be messing with the people with love and hip hop, and look, y'all go back and research me, because everything I say is my word is bond, like Nino Brown. You heard me, like my man Romello and Sugar Hill.
that's my movie.
The lady who has created love and hip hop, she and I was together at Essence Fest 3 weeks ago. I'm gonna post a picture when I leave here. The create, not the one. So
The
when
visionary.
when they out there stunting, getting $13,000 for a whole season episode, this the real deal. You heard me?
Yeah.
This man, Legacy City, Street Legend Nation Radio, Street Legend TV. This the man. So
Man.
we gonna go, y'all. I gotta get back. I've been from Brenham to Houston to San Antonio, headed to Austin, and I really was supposed to be in the Bahamas this weekend, but since it looked like we going through the whole Greek alphabet, Delta, Omicron, Sigma Theta, everybody else, I gotta be around to continue to cast the vision. So I decided not to go to the islands, but to my man Derek Stubbs, Sherry Stubbs, Deshae Stubbs, Bubba on the Square, Jordan Curry, to Darren Roll, the Boys Club, all y'all down in the Bahamas. Listen, Miss Bullitt, the Ministry of Tourism, the Port Authority. Y'all know how I do it. I'm going to be there. So I love y'all. Thank y'all, Legacy City,
Yes, sir.
Street Legend Nation Radio, for letting me pull up. Thank you, Applause Management. And you're going to see something real soon where Applause Management has taken over. He gonna give me 15% of my own company. That's all I need, about 15%. Because every now and then I have one or two artists I need to slide in there. But he has 85% ownership in building bridges in the United States. So in the United States, he's got 85% ownership. So the home of the independent artists, and I can start calling the roll. Dr. Daryl Gates. We started with Teshae Science. I mean, Angela Frazier, the divine one, out of Detroit, Michigan. We're going to have somebody out of New Jersey coming in February.
Newark,
the
New Jersey.
Jones Family Singers. My girls down. I put them in Carolina.
Oh, Nikki
Nikki
D.
D and the Browns. All those are Applause Management artists, you heard me. So you got to get your paper right. Look, you can't ask for a manager and you ain't got nothing to manage. So look, if you still sounding like you on Mr. Microphone and it sounded like you probably need to just work a little while longer. But I love y'all. I got to get back to my hotel. I need to see what the LSU boys doing. You heard me? My boy Joe Burrow and Jamar. Because, see, God is also giving me a sports ministry. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times when y'all see me with the professional athletes and the college athletes and that kind of stuff, they just love Red because I transcend generations, I transcend race. And I was talking to a young man, he's actually from Switzerland, 6'8". He's like the second coming of Klay Thompson. And he needed some encouragement, some mentoring. And he said, I just appreciate you so much, he said, because sometimes your idols become your rivals, and you have to AI them for your survival. Just have to let them know a little about the culture. But anyway, but look, he says, Rev, where I'm at in my career, in 2 to 3 years, I could probably be making between $50 and $100 million. He said, I don't know who to trust. One of my favorite lines in the song, with New Edition, when they say, growing up can be a pain, you're not a man till you come of age, he said, is there anyone around we can trust? And that hit with me. It's like, man, you out here just trying to entertain and do the business, and you making money and your mama's stealing all your money, and you think that you're a millionaire and they ain't even paying your taxes, they repo on your house. So sometimes we allow our skill to bring us to a place where our integrity can't keep us. And for our young people, when my mama let me down, my daddy let me down, my grandma let me down, the days of Reverend Lowdown is over with. The days of Rev just trying to, man, I had a Rev tell me one time, man, if I could just get 1 saint and 2 pelicans, man, I could build a new church off their tithes and offering. And I'm looking at this dude like, wow, you ain't worried about his soul, you worried about his salary.
Yep.
So for me, it's important. I can't come here and talk about I'm Rev and I'm trying to shoot at these young ladies and slide in my hotel key talking about, yeah, y'all, once y'all turn the cameras off, y'all, one of them may have to bring me home, but you can just bring me to the lobby. You can't come upstairs. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it is. But I'm gonna let y'all go.
Yo, we good, man. I'm gonna just, just remember, listen, don't let nobody discourage you. Never compromise God's promise to make somebody else comfortable. Purposely walking your purpose, therefore your success is not an accident. And don't be mad when they shit the doors on you. Just go back and buy the whole building. You know how we rocking, you feel me? And with that being said, I'm Legacy City.
I'm John Baker of Applause Management.
And I'm the pastor, teacher, soul richer, Reverend Randy Wells of Building Bridges to the Bahamas and Beyond. Radio broadcast.
I'm gonna give y'all this little snippet, you know what I'm saying? Legacy City featuring Lee Money, Give Me My Roses. Yep.
Give me my roses while I'm here. Don't wait till I up and disappear. Oh no, ahead of my time and it's clear. You still ain't noticed the dime in the gym. Oh no, I put my heart in it, better know that. The passion I have in every moment. This ain't for sure, y'all. I get my all to the last one falls. Roses.
I'm a walking funeral, killing these niggas, crushing eggs in every basket. Legacy spit caskets, blueprint so legendary. I'm waking the cemetery, it's a thriller dance. She spit game that made tricks. I'm woke in the matrix. Throw stones, hot scotch, drop rocks and hot scotch. We thirst different, flow so biblical. We verse different, plant seeds, watch them grow. While bury my enemies. We earth different. Elbow out the window with the top let back. We vent different. Even when I explain, they complain when I David blame. I'm the H.O.V. jigger in my own lane. Copyrights, trademarks, I own my own name. Took the same dollar, make the dame dollar, trailblazer from a distance. Gave you the game, but you dissed
Give me
it.
my roses while I'm here. Don't wait till I up and disappear. Oh no, ahead of my time and it's clear. You still ain't noticed the dime in the gym. Oh no, I put my heart in it, better know that. The passion I have in every moment. This ain't for sure, y'all. I get my all to the last one falls. Roses.
Can you feel the presence? The essence of greatness in your presence is nothing less than evident when heaven sent bonds form like elements transform to transform settlements, conform for these very moments I'm cherishing. The time spent gaining accolades, late nights, long days, yeah, that candle burned both ways. Here's a toast to the successes, losses, them learned lessons. Those crosses I bared breathless. Not picture perfect Picasso or Van Gogh, so engrossed in my own growth, it's imposing to some's ego. I'm no hero, fallible, but no zero. Focus, remain humble while grinding for 10 zeros. Spent several summers bunking with drug runners. Spent other summers in some European waters. I'm versatile, unorthodox, call him Mary's child.
Give me my roses while I'm here. Don't wait till I up and disappear. Oh no, ahead of my time and it's clear. You still ain't noticed the dime in the gym. Oh no, I put my heart in it, better know that. The passion I have in every moment. This ain't for sure, y'all. I get my all to the last one falls.
It's just me against the world, I'm against all art. It's just me and my baby girl as I'm praying to God. Armed dangerous, ain't too many can hang with us. So many angels left the world, so we look to the sky with an angel just wanna aim at us. So many niggas in the squad flip mode, even though I'm the leader of the new school. So if I bust the bus, reload the clip and give us some more. So deep in the cut, body marked with scars. Pop smoke at the moon, but we hitting the stars. I'm in motion, feeling focused, I'm high. And my low is you niggas better take notice. You ever try to be bogus, I'm leaving your spirit floating. Everything that you hoping, I'm leaving that there soaking with everything else open. Vegans don't beef cause they walking through my salary. I know the word is celery. You only upset cause your brother's really celery.
Give me my roses while I'm here. Don't wait till I up and disappear. Oh no, ahead of my time and it's clear. You still ain't noticed the dime in the gym. Oh no, I put my heart in it, better know that. The passion I have in every moment. This ain't for sure, y'all. I get my all to
And the last one left. Roses. What you think about that exclusive?
My God, my God. Man, he may have just leapfrogged your boy for Artist of the Month. I just need a radio version. They tell me
Welcome to Street Legend Nation.